Today, we are breaking down a massive, high-impact cultural myth that is secretly destroying your career, poisoning your office culture, and burning out the best talent in your organization. We have been raised in a professional world that treats emotions like a dangerous, volatile substance that needs to be scrubbed from the office floor. We are taught to be professional, which we interpret as being unfeeling, cold, and detached. We are told to keep it together, to ignore our frustrations, and to suppress our humanity in favor of pure, robotic logic. But here is the hard truth. That strategy is absolute suicide for your professional success. Your emotions are not the enemy of your productivity. They are the primary, high-voltage fuel for your influence, your decision-making, and your capacity to lead. Today, we are doing a deep dive, immersive storytelling breakdown of a book that provides the ultimate, modern-day manual for emotional intelligence. No hard feelings. The Secret Power of Embracing Emotions at Work by Liz Fosslien and Molly West Duffy. Fosslien and Duffy are experts in organizational psychology, and in this masterpiece, they teach you how to stop wasting massive amounts of mental energy trying to act like a machine and start leveraging your human feelings as your ultimate competitive advantage. This video is designed to help you decode your emotional landscape, navigate the most intense professional challenges, and turn every feeling into a high-status, strategic asset. Eliminate all outside distractions. Grab your leadership journal, and let us start mastering the art of being human in a professional world. Part 1. The Myth of the Emotionless Professional. Let us begin our story by dismantling the dangerous fiction that we can, or should, leave our emotions at the door when we clock in. The authors explain that the human brain is not divided into a logical, professional half and an emotional, personal half. Your emotions and your cognition are inextricably linked. Every single professional decision you make, from your daily emails to your long-term career strategy, is filtered through your current emotional state. When you try to suppress your emotions, you do not just make those feelings disappear. You actually force your brain to work twice as hard to maintain the suppression, which systematically lowers your cognitive capacity, kills your creativity, and makes you far more likely to snap under pressure. Elite professionals understand that trying to act like a robot is not a strength. It is a massive, self-imposed limitation. When you give yourself permission to feel, you gain access to a treasure trove of high-value data. Your frustration tells you that something in your process is broken and needs to be redesigned. Your anxiety tells you that you are taking a risk that requires more preparation or support. Your excitement tells you that you have found a high-value opportunity. The emotionally intelligent professional does not fear these signals. They listen to them, analyze them, and use them to refine their strategy. When you stop fighting your own humanity, you stop wasting precious mental energy on emotional management and start directing that power towards solving the real problems of your organization. Part 2. The Emotional Toolkit for Professional Challenges. Now that we have accepted our human reality, let us look at the tactical, emotional toolkit you need to navigate the high-stakes furnace of the modern office. The authors focus on 3 critical dimensions: emotions, decision-making, and connection. The first dimension is your internal emotional landscape. You need to Develop high-resolution emotional vocabulary. If you just say, "I feel bad," you are giving yourself zero actionable data. Are you feeling overwhelmed because your scope of work is undefined? Are you feeling anxious because the project requirements are changing without your input? Are you feeling burned out because you have not had a high-quality break in 3 months? By pinpointing the exact emotion, you transform a vague, debilitating feeling into a specific, addressable problem. Once you name it, you can solve it. You can set a boundary, request a resource, or shift your perspective, turning a paralyzing emotional state into a manageable project task. The second dimension is decision-making. We tend to think that the best decisions are cold and detached. In reality, the best decisions are emotionally informed. You must learn to check your emotional biases. Are you making this choice because you are currently feeling confident and therefore ignoring the downside risk? Are you making this choice because you are feeling insecure and therefore choosing the safest, lowest impact path? The emotionally intelligent professional uses their feelings as a reality check mechanism. They take a pause, assess their current mood, and ask, "Is my current emotional state adding clarity or clouding my vision?" By consciously separating your emotional signals from your logical objectives, you make decisions that are more resilient, more creative, and far more likely to produce high-status outcomes. Part 3. Mastering the Art of Professional Connection. The third dimension is the way you build and maintain relationships with your colleagues. In a world of remote work and digital communication, the friction between humans is at an all-time high. Misunderstandings are the norm, not the exception. To bridge this gap, you must master the skill of radical empathy. This is not about being a pushover or letting people walk all over you. It is about assuming that the person on the other end of your email or video call is also a human being dealing with their own stress, fears, and pressures. When someone sends a curt, aggressive email, your default, ego-driven response is to lash back or retreat. An emotionally intelligent professional takes a breath, assumes positive intent, and considers the context. Perhaps this person is under a massive deadline. Perhaps they are dealing with a personal crisis. Or perhaps they simply do not understand the impact of their tone. By leading with curiosity rather than judgment, you dismantle the tension. You can reply with a calm, professional note that sets a boundary or clarifies the misunderstanding without escalating the conflict. This makes you a magnet for respect. People want to work with professionals who are steady, who are kind, and who know how to de-escalate friction rather than those who add fuel to the fire. By consistently modeling emotional maturity, you transform your reputation, becoming the person everyone wants to have on their team during a high-stakes, high-pressure initiative. Part 4. How to handle professional burnout and overwhelm. We now transition to the most critical survival skill in the modern professional landscape: managing burnout. Burnout is not a sign that you are not tough enough. It is a sign that the systems you are working in are failing. The authors argue that we need to stop romanticizing overwork. There is no badge of honor for sacrificing your physical and mental health for a paycheck. To thrive, you must treat your energy like a finite, high-value commodity. You must audit your emotional output. Are you spending your energy on high-impact work that aligns with your values? Or are you leaking energy by worrying about office politics, trying to please everyone, or struggling with low-value, repetitive tasks? Start by ruthlessly prioritizing. Learn to say no with grace and authority. When you hold your boundaries, you protect your capacity to perform when it actually matters. Furthermore, you must build your resilience. This means prioritizing sleep, movement, and recovery. It means taking your vacation time and actually unplugging. When you come back to the office fully recharged, you perform at a level that people who are permanently running on empty simply cannot touch. You are sharper, you are more creative, and you are far more pleasant to be around, which increases your value to your organization. True professional power is the ability to sustain high performance over the long haul, and that is only possible if you take care of the engine. Part 5. The power of embracing your human identity. As our storytelling journey reaches its final destination, let us look at the lasting impact of embracing your emotions. The authors emphasize that the goal is not to become some perfectly balanced, emotionless entity. The goal is to be fully, authentically you. When you bring your full self to work, your passion, your humor, your genuine curiosity, and yes, your occasional frustration, you build a level of trust that you can never manufacture with corporate buzzwords or polished scripts. You become an anchor for your team. In a culture that is often anxious and disconnected, your stability is your greatest leadership asset. People feel safe when they are around you because they know you are real. They know that you see them, that you value them, and that you are committed to building something meaningful together. When you master the secret power of embracing your emotions, you stop playing the game of corporate survival and start playing the game of high-level professional mastery. You gain an unshakable confidence that comes from knowing you can handle any emotional challenge, resolve any conflict, and lead through any crisis without losing your head or your heart. You emerge as a leader who does not just get the job done. You get the best out of the people around you, building a legacy of excellence, connection, and long-term impact. What is the #1 strategy from this masterpiece? Whether it is committing to increasing your emotional vocabulary to stop feeling overwhelmed, choosing to lead with radical curiosity in your next high-stakes conflict, or setting a hard, non-negotiable boundary this week to protect your energy and prevent burnout, that you are going to commit to practicing in your professional life today. Let me know your growth and management goals in the comments down below. If this deep dive storytelling summary completely restructured your mental frameworks and handed you an elite, high-status architectural playbook for leveraging your emotions, show some incredible love by clicking that like button. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another profound psychological, organizational science, or elite career book breakdown, and share this video with a colleague who needs to stop acting like a robot and start leading with their humanity today. Be human, master your data, lead with heart, and I will see you in the next video.